If governments in Western Europe and the U.S. lay out a clear framework, we'll see the digital dollar grow from 150 billion to a trillion to 2 trillion to 4 trillion to 10 trillion. It will explode because if I went to 100 people in Africa and I said, would you like to convert your local currency to dollars? And would you like me to pay you in dollars? And would you like to be able to buy things in the rest of the world from other people that are cheaper than what you can get in your own country? Like, you think that's a hard sell? Like, everybody wants that. It's not hard. Now, if I went to them and I said, would you like to be able to save money and give it to your grandchildren and buy the same Bitcoin that someone in New York or San Francisco or London can buy? 20% of them would get it. 25, like, not the majority, but like 20%, like, what, I can buy the same property that you buy in Atlanta, Georgia? Because owning an Airbnb in the middle of Africa is not the same as owning an Airbnb in Atlanta, Georgia, right? There are different risk profiles there. What if I told you can buy something which everybody in the world wants, and you can take it with you no matter where you have to go if you have to leave the country? Okay, that's a good idea, but that's an out there idea. Like, we've got a lot of education to teach people that Bitcoin is this great long-term store of value, but there's not that much education to convince people that the US dollar allows them to sell stuff for more money. You speak English. I travel all through Eastern Europe. You ever travel through Eastern Europe? If you speak English and you're a tour guide, you get paid triple. If you drive a taxi cab and you spoke English, you get paid triple, right? English was a universal language of commerce, and you want the dollar. So everybody, they want to be paid in dollars. They want to speak English. Okay, what happens if you actually have a menu priced in local currency in the local language? Oh, everything costs 1/3 as much. You want to travel cheap? Learn the local language. Pretend. I had friends that, like, when they traveled in Eastern Europe, they didn't tell, or in Egypt, they didn't say they're from the U.S. They said they were from, like, Czech Republic or something, right? Or Romania, because the Egyptians cut the price by a factor of 3. So bottom line, the world they all want English. They all want to be on Western tech. They all want to be paid in dollars. They all would like to be able to buy things somewhere else, and you can't buy things anywhere else and pay in your local currency. The problem is they don't have a bank account. Their transactions won't clear. So what's the killer app? The killer app is like a Lightning wallet that'll do a transaction in BTC or USD in 1 second at no transaction cost between any of 10 billion devices. And do we have that yet? Not quite. But do we have surrogates for it? Yeah, you have all sorts of crypto surrogates, right? A lot of the crypto networks are surrogates to that, and that's the appeal of them. And you take risk. You trust custodians here and there. You trust an app company. You trust a crypto custodian. But the view is, I would rather trust a custodian or a company than live in a hopeless situation. What am I going to do? Like, pick up a bushel of wheat and ship it 6,000 miles via FedEx to trade it for something I want to buy in China and get that back? Good luck with that. Right? So I think it's an exciting time. The good news is people are beginning to realize there's a consensus that, yeah, this is necessary and good. But, the friction is going to be, government's going to want to control it. There's a lot of competitive positioning. There's a lot of novelty and confusion, and there's security issues. And a lot of governments, don't want you to use dollars, right? So it's against the law in a lot of African countries to sell something for dollars. Like, it's against the law to sell something for foreign currency. So on one hand, in the U.S., we're afraid to let a company issue digital dollars. Outside the U.S., they're afraid to let their citizens accept them. And everybody's got an agenda. And in an environment where the currencies are collapsing and you have unprecedented policy intervention, you have this entire array of capital controls, wage controls, price controls, currency controls, technology controls. Sometimes they're well-meaning. It's like, I want to protect you from some scammer, but sometimes I just don't want you to convert your local currency to somebody else's currency because they'll cause my currency to collapse,
right,
undermine my bank. And so that's kind of be the chaos of the world, I think, in the 20s. The terrifying 20s, right? The next 8 years, there's going to be, a lot of sound and fury and jockeying, and people coming to accommodation with this and trying to figure out where they stand.
The greedy bankers are about to do it again. In 2008, they crashed our financial system and nearly bankrupted the entire global economy. Then they received trillions of dollars in government bailouts. And after, they demanded fat bonuses paid for by you, the taxpayer.
It turns out the banks haven't just been screwing the American taxpayers, they're also screwing over their investors. Turns out the banking industry is the worst place you could put your money, despite enormous taxpayer bailouts.
Now the bankers are back to take away your financial freedom. They lie and tell you that cryptocurrency isn't safe. They try to make it illegal for you to choose how to invest your hard-earned money. They lie and say cryptocurrency is used by money launderers and criminals. But look at the record. It's the banks themselves that launder hundreds of billions of dollars every year to the biggest criminal operations in the world.
Leaked documents have revealed how some UK banks have helped criminals, money launderers and Russians under sanctions.
American authorities discovered that the Sinaloa cartel moved $881 million through HSBC accounts as bank officials turned a blind eye to the illegality.
The bankers lie and say cryptocurrency is not a real investment. Meanwhile, the smartest CEOs in the world are buying billions and billions of it. The truth is that banks lie about cryptocurrency because it makes them scared. The banks take $9 trillion per year of your hard-earned money, and they are worried that they will finally be exposed. They're scared because crypto means they can no longer control your money, which means they can no longer control you. They are scared because you might actually understand your money and intelligently decide what to do with it. Now is the time for us to come together, fight back, and take control. It's time to educate ourselves, our families, and our communities. Because financial education means financial freedom. We know that cryptocurrencies will help us build the new decentralized financial system of the future. A banking system that is of the people, by the people, and for the people. A banking system where access to finance is a fundamental human right. A banking system that is free and fair and welcomes all humans on this earth. The DeFi revolution is happening. We, the people, can no longer be fooled. We choose to take control of our finances. We choose to take control of our freedom. We choose to take control of our future. Join us, and let's take back our financial freedom forever.